What's up guys, it's Everett here and we have day number 6 of the 10-day mobility challenge. So we're gonna work on hamstrings today. We've got one stretch, we're gonna go through the proper cues, we're gonna add our isometrics, pails and rails, and then we're gonna do a movement here to top it all off. So let's hop into it. So the first stretch is our standard hamstring stretch, laying on the ground in a doorway. So a couple cues here. It's all right to have a bent knee, and you really want to make sure that your low back and your hips are on the ground. So for a lot of people, it almost feels like you're arching your low back or getting a little anterior pelvic tilt going on with the hips. So this will increase the stretch. Ideally, you want to feel this belly or middle of the hamstring, maybe a little bit closer to the glute. A lot of people, when they stretch their hamstrings, they feel it directly behind the knee. You will feel a little bit behind the knee, maybe even in the calf, but we really want to focus on middle of the hamstrings, so right behind the thigh. As always, we're going to do 2 minutes of stretching per side, and I think about being in a deadlift position when I'm doing this. So again, the hips are very even, both the feet are pointed in the same direction here. After that 2-minute stretch, we're going to do our pails and our rails, are isometric. So I won't explain why we're doing this or the importance of it or the benefits. We're just gonna hop into it. And the pails is going to be using the hamstring to push the leg into the wall 10%. So again, hold for a couple seconds and then ramp a little bit more of a contraction, kind of curling that heel into the wall and pushing the entire leg into the wall 20%. Couple seconds, 30%, couple seconds, 40%. At this point, we are bracing the spine with contracting the abs, making fists. We have a contraction everywhere in the body, and we're ramping to 50% effort, holding for 10 seconds, exhaling, and then trying to go a little bit deeper into the stretch. Holding for maybe 10 to 30 seconds here, and then the opposite. So without moving anywhere else in the body, shifting the hips, we were trying to pull the leg directly off the wall. If you can pull the leg off the wall, you're not in the stretch enough, so scoot closer to the wall. So we're gonna contract 10% in the hip and the quad, pulling the leg off the wall, ramping to 20, 30, 40, 50%. Taking a couple seconds to do that. At that 50% contraction, we're tight everywhere, and we're holding for 10 seconds, and then relax, do a little bit more stretching if you want, and then switch over to the other side. So now on to our movement. We're gonna do a couple variations of this, but it's essentially the same movement. We're gonna be sitting in the figure 4 position. Now, if you have very tight hamstrings and weak hip flexors, you'll probably have a little bit of round in your back, and you might need to lean back and put your hands on the floor to brace yourself. So the idea here is we're shortening the hip flexor and lifting the entire leg up in the air. Now, if you need to lean back to do this, just start lean back. When we initiate the movement, we only want to be moving at the hip. If this is easy for you, you can sit on the ground in the figure 4 without using your hands. And if that's still easy, you can actually sit up against the wall and try to get your entire back on the wall. So almost like we did when we were doing the hamstring stretch, we're arching the low back, kind of rocking the hips, arching just the lumbar spine. And this is gonna be significantly harder. On the opposite side of the equation, if even just sitting on the ground is too difficult to lift the leg, you can sit on a yoga block, maybe up against the wall. So that's a regression. Sitting against the wall with a nice flat back is the toughest version. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do 5 rounds or 5 reps of a 3-second hold. Again, you're gonna wanna give yourself a running head start by breathing in your stomach, bracing your abs, getting tension everywhere in your body to irradiate and get a co-contraction. You're gonna lift, say, the right leg directly up in the air as much as you can, hold for 3 seconds, and then set that leg down gently with control. 5 reps, switch the other side, 5 reps. After that, we'll be in the exact same position, and we're gonna do 3 reps of pointing toes and then little circles. So this is actually, believe it or not, a dancing, a ballet movement. It's just going to build up more control in that hip. So once again, you're gonna lift the leg and you're gonna draw about a tennis ball or a baseball sized circle in one direction 3 times, and then in the other direction 3 times, and set the leg down. You can do 3 reps of that and then switch over to the other leg, same stuff. 3 reps of 3 circles in each direction. And then finally, we're gonna be doing the same lift off, but we're gonna increase the lateral range of motion. So we'll be picking up the heel, we'll be passing over an object. It could be something as small as your cell phone, or if, again, you have good range of motion and mobility, you might actually use a yoga block at one of these sizes based on your mobility. And we're gonna do 3 controlled passes there and back. Again, don't drop the foot when you're done. Lift it with control and set it down with control. 3 passes there and back per side. All right, guys, day number 6 in the books. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We got 4 more days. Make sure you don't miss them. If you like the video and the movements, hit the like button. And of course, this is focused on hips and the lower body. So if you want more videos like this, check out my hip mobility course, link in the description, and enroll today.